Oh, hello, 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 hello. We are live. Gosh, is it my glasses or am I blurry? Is it my glasses or am I blurry?
Yeah, that's wrong.
Hello, Springfield. About to close everything down. Let's get that up there. Jeez. Hello, Vlad. How are we? Damn. I have just started. So we're a little bit decombobulated. Are you selling on Amazon at all? Are you interested on Amazon? Did you bring the truck? Huh? Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm just putting my phone on charge, guys. Might need to come down a bit. That's a bit better. Ooh. How is everyone? How's people? I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. But that's what it is. Hello, Kev. How are we? Oh. Shall we do some Celeram? Who's in? Who's in? Log in. Ooh, there we go. If you're on the stream, let us know. How's it been? The weather has been absolutely boiling, hasn't it? It's horrendous weather. I am going to. Shall we do a bit on Keeper or shall we do a bit on Salaram? Let's have a look at the advanced search. I don't know if you've watched the video which I did recently on the tube, but we went over these templates. So how to actually utilize these templates, how to get involved with them, what changes could we potentially make to make these better. And I think that would be a really good way to help improve sourcing products as well for Amazon. So there is some really good filters in there, to be fair. I did go over that on my video. Jane Faceless. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, it's so boiling. What method does everyone do sourcing on for Amazon? Please configure both primary and backup streams correctly. Oh, how do I do that? There's been an error on the tube, so I can't see what's going off. I hope you guys. It could just be the weather. The weather and the internet quality. Let's turn you there. It's a bit warm, isn't it? Bit warm. So, like I said, if you were selling products on Amazon, what sourcing method are you doing? Because you've got a number of different sourcing methods. We've got retail arbitrage, so going into store, you're then using the likes of your phone, so apps like SellerAmp. These are really good ones to actually be using. So what you do is you use your phone, and I wish I wasn't using my phone now, so I could show you, but you'd be using that to then scan the products on which are on the shelves. You'd be able to then look and purchase them products, see if they're profitable, look at vital data, sales history, offers, who's on the listing, and that is the best way to go about it. I'm sure I might have my VPN on, which that doesn't help the stream. So the VPN is off. I am thinking during the summer months, because a lot more people are out and about, I'm thinking about doing a shorter live, possibly starting at 8 until 9. Where's Kaspersky? Nope, got no VPN on. So there we go. So I don't know if you've just heard that, but I'm considering doing these live streams probably a little bit later. We are coming up to the week 100, which that's going to be interesting. Cancel. Thank goodness. So let's just check. I think it's week 95 this week of going live. So if you've got any questions, it's not one of them where I say buy my course and I'll tell you the answers. It's quite the opposite. Tell me a question. Let's get the questions answered, and then we could help you out in your business straight away. The more questions you ask, the more information you get. It's just one of them, isn't it? So that's beautiful. Yeah, so if you're sourcing for Amazon, there's a lot of different methods. You could start by doing retail arbitrage, as I was saying. So you'd use your phone, you go into stores, you'll be scanning items, checking what the buy prices of them items. Then you'll be going and looking at the sales history. So if there's been any big drop-offs on off account, you'd obviously want to see if the buy box is inflated. Then you'd be looking at who's on the buy box, if the buy box is being shared, and it's a good analyzing tool. So I personally use SellerAmp, and we do retail arbitrage. I went out at the weekend. Well, not the weekend. It was probably Thursday. Thursday went out, just did a little bit. I had a doctor's appointment, but while you're out, you might as well go out into the stores, have a scan around. It just pays for fuel nowadays, don't it? But you can do a little bit of retail arbitrage, and that is perfectly fine. There is other methods, so you can go into online arbitrage. So you'll be looking for offers which are actually possibly clearance. There might be a special coupon code where you could go and purchase products at a discounted price, sell them on Amazon, and it's a really good way of doing it. A lot of sellers use online arbitrage when doing Amazon. So we are week 95 of this stream. We have got it. We've got confirmation. So online arbitrage, you may be considering the likes of top cashback to get additional percentage back on your purchases. It's a really good one to use. So this is top cashback. You may use another. This is a Chrome extension, so like Coopert. Coopert is a great one. That one does your coupons. So once you get to checkout, you could press the button. It'll look for them deals, see how much money you're going to save, and then obviously you can make that saving. You can also earn money on their actual website as well, but it's not really worth talking about. It's only a few pence. Another way of saving money, what I would recommend is using, if you're in the UK, you can use this company here. So Everup is a cashback on gift cards. So if you're going through your retail store, let's say you're going through Sainsbury's, you'll be able to then use the scanner, scan the products you're going to purchase, see the total of the products on there, then buy a gift card for that amount. And then that's just going to get you that instant cashback. And some of the cashbacks can be all right. I think for like B&M, it was 8% cashback, which is really not to be sneered at. It's definitely worth going ahead and getting that as well. I thought that was thunder. It's actually motorbike going up the road. So yeah, I would definitely be considering using Everup, like I say. And on some retailers as well, what you can actually do is you could go through top cashback. So you could earn your cashback through the cookies. So if you go through their link, it'll track your actual purchase going through their link. But if you then used Everup to pay for that purchase, you could be double stacking your cashback. And that's a really good way to retrieve extra profit from your purchases. A lot of people do use this. You can also use another one, but you can't be invited to this one, and that one is Complete Savings. So if you go to Complete Savings, here you go. This one you get a minimum of 10% cash back, which is really powerful, especially if you was getting that 10% cash back and then using an Everup voucher, potentially getting that 4% back. So you could be then saving like 14% cash back on your purchases, which is not really too bad, is it? A lot of people overlook going through cashback websites because sometimes it's just a potential of 1 to 5% basically. But if you've got ways of actually stacking the cashbacks, then you're going to start doubling down. And what I do is I use my Capital on Tap card. So for Capital on Tap, I earn 1% cash back on them purchases, and I then purchase my gift card. So I'm then tripling up on my cash back. So when it does look like that you get nothing, you can actually then obviously layer them cashbacks in place. And it's a really simple way of doing things. Like I say, I try and do all three. If you want to get any of them, there is a link in my bio. So if you go here, the link in my bio. So the ones I've just spoke about are Everup, Top Cashback. You can use Cooper. If you was using Cooper though, that one is a little bit more different, because if you're using Cooper, that one is getting you a voucher, and if you use some coupons when you're trying to use Top Cashback, it cancels it out. So you've got to weigh this up. So it's always worth having a look. But my preferred method is paying for Capital on Tap to get my Everup voucher, and then going from Everup through a cashback site. So I'll try and get Complete Savings, where it's a minimum of 10%, and then I'd go to Top Cashback if there's an option. You can do like Quidco, there's a load of different ones, but I prefer Top Cashback and Cooper. There is Quidco, there's Ratukan, there's loads of other cashback sites, but these ones are my favourite. Complete Savings, you have to be invited. Sometimes you'll see Complete Savings at the end of your purchase. What strategy do you do? I do OA, A to A, Big Jason's World. and very minute bit of RA. Very minute. But I like doing RA. Gets me out the arse. I won't want to do it in this weather, though. This weather has been horrendous. What strategy do you do, Big Jason World? And the reason why I like doing OA is because you can actually get that amount of cash back as well on your purchases. So that is another advantage. So let me know what one you use. I'm going to just put some music on because it's a little bit quiet for me. You guys can listen to me. I can't listen to you. Right. That's going to have gone on to the blinking stream. Hopefully not. Study. Is that the rain we've been looking for? I could hear something. Big Jason World, what method do you do, mate? Let us know if you're still in here. That's a little bit better. There we go. So, as we've just gone through retail arbitrage, we've just gone through OA. There's another method which people consider slightly OA because obviously they look at Amazon as an online retailer, and that method is talking about Amazon to Amazon. So Amazon to Amazon, you're purchasing products which have had a price drop on Amazon, purchasing them price drops and then selling them for a higher price. It's simple, but you have got to know the risks. You have got, obviously, on the advanced search here on SellerAmp, you have got the A2A flips as well. So you could look for products which have had that day price drop on the day. You can also look at price drops on Keeper as well on the deals page. A lot of people don't know that. It's not the best way to look for price drops. You can use like alternative things. So you can use alternative softwares, which I'll go over in a minute. So you can use like Arbisource, Profit Path. You can use tracking. So I use Keeper and I track products as well. So I'm waiting for them price drops, and then I could be going and purchasing them price drops again. It's a great way of sourcing, and sometimes you'll be getting hits on your actual price drops where it's not actually being tracked by other sourcing softwares. So it's definitely worth doing Keeper tracking. Amazon to Amazon, buying low products. So you could look at obviously today's deals. You could look at the vouchers. Sometimes that does give you opportunities, and you'll be looking at the actual price of the product over its historic time. So when I say that, let me just get Keeper up for you. Keeper. Hello, Niam. So when you're looking at the historic data, you'll be looking at this here, looking to see how long that product has been up at that high, checking that sales data, making sure it's still selling at that profit, still selling at that high. And then this price drop is our buying point. So we would have to analyze if our buy price is this low and our sale price is this high. And we want to make sure that we can still make sales at that high as well. So you've got to understand that when you are looking at Amazon to Amazon. Another method of doing Amazon to Amazon is you can go into Europe. So there's plenty of ways of doing Europe Amazon to Amazon. Oh. Sorry, I've noted them all down. These are the ones which I do. So I do manual searching for Amazon to Amazon Europe. You can then do reverse searching. You could do keyword search. You could do Keeper Product Finder, tracking, software, and bots. So there's lots of different ways of doing it. But like I said, even when you're doing your Keeper tracking, you could activate it in Europe as well. Obviously, you are going to need to know what sort of products you're purchasing, and be aware of, obviously, like electricals have 2-pin plugs and stuff like that, because a lot of people do purchase these products from Europe, then try to sell them into England, and because they've got the wrong plug, they're going to get a negative feedback. So if you are purchasing from doing Amazon to Amazon Europe, and you don't know if it's going to be a product with a 2-pin plug, I would always recommend looking at the reviews. So if you don't know where the reviews are, what you could do is go to a product. I'm just going to pick one off the Amazon homepage. Surely this it's got 260. So you could scroll down here, and as you can see, people have been doing reviews on the product, and they've actually posted pictures. Usually, if it's Amazon to Europe, I guess fail. Amazon to Europe, EU fail. Usually you'll see pictures of the plug here saying that it's 2-pin plug. Don't purchase this product. So just be aware of that when you are doing Amazon Europe to Amazon. But yeah, there's lots of different sourcing methods, and in my business I'm doing online arbitrage mostly. We've got Amazon to Amazon, Amazon to Amazon Europe. That one's a strong contender as well. And a little bit of retail arbitrage, going into stores, using that scanner, trying to find profitable products on the shelf, sending them off to Amazon and making a profit. But there's other ones, so you can also consider, like a lot of people talk about wholesale. Wholesale is the best way to go. In my opinion, I don't think it is, because you've got to believe that this is a big learning curve for you. You've got to understand that you're not doing data analyzing of products before. You don't know what Amazon's new features are like. You don't know what Amazon's features are like regarding like sending items into Amazon. You don't know about ungating process. So if you're starting with wholesale straight away, and you've got a minimum order quantity for your wholesaler of 1,000 plus VAT, that is a big risk when you don't even know if you analyze the product correctly. Because there is some major like analyzing issues. You could say issues, and it's just where you don't quite know what's actually happening. Especially as a beginner, if you're looking at variations can throw a big issue up. So I'll just show you what I mean with variations. Variations. We should have some makeup somewhere. Here we go. So you can see here we've got lots of different variations. If we're looking at this type of product, this product is actually selling 10,000 times a month, which is brilliant. But if you went to a different one, yeah, didn't think so. Let's have a look. If we went to a variations here, some of these products won't actually be selling for that much. So you've got the Nude Duo pack of 2. That's not looking like it's making any sales at all. If you look over the last 100 reviews, which is one way to do it, you could see here that it's received less than 1% of the last 100 reviews. Looking at this review history, this is stagnant. You can see nobody's wanted to review on this product. And we know as Amazon sellers how hard it is to get a review, especially a positive one, because people only like to leave reviews when they actually complain. So if you went, and another way we could look at it is you could look at this brought in the past month, and this is actually accurate to Amazon's database. So when you see this 50 plus, that means that it definitely has been brought 50 plus times. But as you can see here, this is still less than 1% of the reviews, so it's still potentially one of the slower sellers. You can see this one's obviously 6,000 plus brought in the past month, 10,000 plus. We've got 900, 400, 3,000. So you could see if you was doing wholesale and the wholesaler says you could get this product here, you could buy this product here as a 2-pack and you could make £5 profit per unit, per 2-pack, sorry. You would probably think, right, I'm going to snap your hands off, because if you look at this ASIN, if you scroll on there, copy that. Let's pop that into Celeram. So you can now see that this ASIN, which we've just proven has not made any sales in the last month, well, it potentially made 1 or 2. We've proven that it's now looking like it's selling 10,000 times. So this is like a mistake which a lot of beginners do make when they're looking at variations. They'll see this and they'll be like, £5 profit per 2-pack, let's buy them all. And that's where wholesale can be a massive you can make massive mistakes, and that's why I don't really like doing it. And I don't like the fact that people say that it's the best way to start for a beginner, because it may be easier to get ungated than some other places, but I feel that it's not really the best way long term. You're going to have more people make massive mistakes using that method compared to if you was doing like online arbitrage, retail arbitrage. So I hope that's all good for you. Is anybody in the lives? Give us a like, give us a comment, let us know who you are, how you doing. Have you started Amazon? Do you sell on Amazon? I would love to know. I would love to know. If you've got any questions as well, please let me know as well, because I am really interested in your questions and I will try my best to answer them. And I'll give you my best opinion. My best outcome. So, 28th of May. If you look here, we have got Celeram. They are doing a advanced search live demo and Q&A. Thursday, 28th of May, 6 p.m. CT, which I don't know if that's a bit late for us, but see the new feature in action. Ask us anything. There we go. We've got Mr. Warren, we've got Miles and Mr. Al. Those are very, very AI'd imaged. Bless them. But that is going to be on the Celeramp YouTube page, so go and check that out if you was interested in doing that. I don't know when it starts, but I'm sure you'll be able to catch a rerun of it. But yeah. Another sourcing method. We were going over these sourcing methods, aren't we? So let's continue. So another sourcing method which you can do, which was a big hype subject a couple of years ago. There's not many people talk about it at the moment, and that's unique bundles. A lot of people was doing it consistently. I know it's still people are doing it, but the policies have become a lot stricter, a lot tighter. So you've just got to be aware of that. I would recommend doing your own due diligence. If you wanted to, I'd potentially mention, go and join Natalie Cromis. She's been doing unique bundles for a while. Another thing which I would do is just be very careful with it. Make sure you get some advice. Don't be in breach of any like trademarks and stuff. And when I talk about unique bundles, if you don't know what I mean, this is what I mean. So if we went and had a look for a fairly generic product, which lots of people purchase. So we've got like Oven Pride. If we go to Oven Pride, you're going to get a lot of people who's got what's called a unique bundle. And what they've done is actually put a pair of gloves with it. They've put a sponge with it. And they're saying that this is their brand. But obviously, that's not their brand. You can't be calling that your brand because it's obviously Oven Bright's brand. If you read the T's and C's, it actually says if you are doing this, you could list it under the brand if it is actually the most expensive item. So your sponge will have to be more expensive than the Oven Bright, which no one's going to be buying an expensive sponge. But as you can see, loads of people do it. Lots of people have had a lot of success with it. I don't think there's many people doing it now because people have started cracking down on it. Amazon started cracking down on it. But it was good while it lasted. I used to do it, but no longer. But yeah, and you can see a lot of these listings like this one. So they've got the Oven Bright, they've got power cloths, they've got a little cleaner. I don't know what that is, a bag or something. $12.98. You're probably getting them for like £4 or £5, aren't you? And you'll be making your money. So a lot of people do it, but yeah. Has everyone heard of unique bundles before? If you've not heard of unique bundles, you might have heard of private label. So if you've not heard of private label, let me know. What private label is you're buying a generic product. So you could be you'll be most likely going to Alibaba like this. You've got go to this wholesale website thing. I don't use Alibaba. If you are doing online arbitrage or retail arbitrage, well, you won't do retail arbitrage at Alibaba, but if you're doing online arbitrage, do not buy branded items from Alibaba. Please, I tell you. Generic. Let's say generic. This is very generic. But generic superhero toothbrush holder. Oh, it should have been holder. Let's say holder. Let's say holder. That'll be funny if we find it. No, we've got toothbrush. Here we go. So you could be buying. So if you was doing private label, you could be buying something like these toothbrush holders here. Obviously, people's got a bit of a idea of what they're about. You could then list them under your brand. You'll be paying 75 pence per unit. And then if you was going to, then you list them under your brand and then sell them as obviously what they are, toothbrush holders. Looks like Disney related. You have got to be very careful with that. You will need to register your own GS1 barcodes. So GS1, this is a website which you pay for the barcodes for the back of your product. So every product, and I haven't got a product to show you, has got a barcode on it. So I'll just get a product. So we've got this product here. And as you can see here, we have got the barcode at the very bottom. So if you'd go to GS1, you'd have to fill out what you're actually your product is. So like for us, oh, have I closed it down? Ours is going to be magical mouse toothbrush holders, and then you'd obviously generate one of your own barcodes, and all your products will have to have that barcode either on the packaging or on the product itself, which the packaging is going to be a lot easier, but you'd have to then obviously organize packaging, you have to look at branding, you have to get a trademark and stuff like that. So private label is probably one of the hardest methods, I believe. You do need a lot of capital. You can make it work, but if you make it work, obviously you can see here you've got to be ordering like thousands of units. So you've got to have that capital to start up. Can be a bit of a risk. You'll be looking into a lot of adverts, PPC campaigns potentially for your products. So that is going to be quite. You've got to understand what you're doing a little bit as well. You don't want to be paying over the odds on your PPC campaign and then making low sales, and your sales are showing that you're profitable, but because your advertisements, you're not profitable. And then if it does actually go well for you, you have to then reorder. So private label, I wouldn't go down that road at all if I was you guys. Just stick to the basics. Learn about what the business is, because like I said, there is a lot of useful information out there. There's plenty of like free downloads in the link in my bio, so you're welcome to go check that out. If you want to, you can also book a call with myself. Get a 15-minute call. I am going to be starting a keeper course as well, so if you're interested in that, let me know. If you have got the old keeper course, this one's going to be slightly renewed. Lessons are going to be, I would say, similar, but they are going to have their own like advantages. There's going to be a few lessons which have got a different spin on them. So like we looked into like Amazon to Amazon flips in the first course. Next time we're going to be actually looking at why it's important to know what product you're trying to look for first. Because if you're using Keeper, you want to be understanding what sort of results you're going to be getting back. Why have you used a certain filter in a certain way to get them results? Because that is what you've got to be learning. A lot of people want to throw courses at you and say, buy my course, we'll show you a few filters, but you at the end of the day, you're not understanding what you're actually using them filters for. So, and this is why I like doing the Keeper course. We had a lot of success with it last year, so hopefully we could get the same again this year. And it just really, it does enhance your ability when it comes to Amazon. I am going to turn Alibaba off and GS1 because we don't want to be actually showing people getting the wrong idea that we're actually doing private label or something, because we're not. We are not. So if you've got any questions, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. You don't have to just sit there in silence, suffering. It's definitely worth hearing from you. What have you been doing? Anybody? I am roasting hot today. It's been boiling. It looks like it's going to rain though, so I'm looking for that. Looking forward to that anyway. And we'll get through it. Get through it. Right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So we've gone through a lot already tonight. Just to say this is me talking because no one else is asking questions. I'd love for you guys to ask some questions. Does everyone know what these softwares are? So obviously we've got Celeram. Arbisource. Does everyone know what Arbisource is? I can show you Arbisource if you want. We have got a demo account. I might get kicked off it. But if we go to Arbisource, what's the source on the list? Yes. Cult pens. I've never looked at cult pens before. So Arbisource is a great way to find products. It is a monthly subscription. It is £59 a month. There is a 14-day free trial if you're interested. There's a link in my bio. But what Arbisource does, it scrapes all these websites every single day, and it finds profitable products for you. So we go to Argos, for example, and it'll give you the products which have got like even coupon codes here. Use code 50 to get half price. You could then go purchase these products, making a profit. So like this one alone, 50 sales a month, £50 profit per unit. I would be a little bit cautious because, as you can see here, Amazon's been on the listing and they're at a lower price, so I would be very cautious with that. If you was using this, you go through all these different retailers. I don't know how it works for people in America. I know there's a lot of people in America and they have launched over in America. So I'm only assuming that this is going to be all American retailers and not UK. But you have got some here. Just to change that song because that was annoying. You can use this, go through. You can filter through these products as well. So if you've got Argos, you could do these different filters. You can say what profit you want, what percent ROI. So looking for 15% to 40, 400. You got average 90-day profit. So you're not just getting fake pings where prices just become inflated. The buy box become inflated and then it's becoming profitable. You're actually seeing that these are profitable products which you can purchase. Go ahead, purchase. They've been profitable for a long time. You've got the sales velocity, so you go 30%. You could obviously lower that BSR. We spoke about BSR on my recent video, which I was a little bit surprised not many people checked out because I thought it was quite informative on how to find hidden gems when you are sourcing for Amazon. So you definitely want to check that out. You've also got the monthly sales, so we could look at estimated, confirmed as well. So that is regarding that 50 plus, which I was mentioning earlier when we was talking about the variations. If you was looking at estimate, it's a little bit unknown. You might be getting the variations sales. No. Not the confirmed sales. Gosh, I am so tired today. It's because of the heat, I think. We've got match confidence. As you can see here, this filter is quite wide. You can go more narrow. If you have the match confidence this wide, you may get some errors, but all these products, you're actually going to be looking and double checking, doing your due diligence on these products to purchase. You've got image confidence, title confidence. We've got total sellers on the listing, so you can see here it's either out of stock or up to 50 plus. We've got Amazon product variation, so if you're not used to variations, if you're a fairly newer seller, you could actually lower these variations. We've also got the Amazon star rating as well, which I recommend doing like 4 stars and above. We don't want to be buying products which is lower than 4 stars, because you don't want them products to be then gaining you negative feedback on your account. Like I've already mentioned, it is very, very hard to get positive feedback when you are selling on Amazon. So you don't want negative feedback to be going against you. We've also got miscellaneous. So if you've got a certain amount of capital, you may want to put this product cost lower or higher. It depends. My product cost, usually I'm looking at selling my products for around £30. So I could be looking for potentially like £10 plus. I can go lower if I wanted to, but you don't necessarily need to use that filter. If you're struck for capital and you're wanting to source like quite a lot of products, you can obviously put that product cost down so you're not paying £250 per unit to sell. We've got different exclusions here. So without a buy box, without BSR, oversized results, missing fees, exclude when Amazon are on the listing, exclude when Amazon don't share the buy box, potential IP issues, out of stock, hazmat, mismatch, only show EAN matches. So like we've got some exclude out of stock, you could apply that it's out, doesn't. This is showing us unknown stock because Amazon, Argos is a little bit different. This does actually give us like the in-store checker. You do much A2A? Yes, I do, Niam. Yes, I do. And thank you. Yeah, I think you're the first question. How long have you been watching? I know I've seen you jump in earlier. Where am I getting pings from? So, mostly, I'm getting pings from Profit Path. Ages, but background noise while I work. That's fair enough, mate. That's fair enough. Are you watching on the YT as well? Or is that somebody else who's also lurking and not asking questions? In fact, yeah. Someone else is lurking. Now only on TikTok. Fair enough. So I'm using Profit Path to get my pings. So that gives you a ping on Discord. I also do quite a lot of pings on Keeper. Keeper pings. Sometimes you, like, even though I'm tracking some of the same products on software and Keeper, sometimes I'll only get the notification on Keeper. My VA knows how to source like Amazon to Amazon as well. So we've got a few different methods of sourcing Amazon to Amazon. So it's like manual searching, reverse searching. We've got like keyword search, Keeper pings. We've got Keeper product finder, and like the software which I mentioned. So obviously Profit Path. I have still got Arbisource as well, which I was just about to show on here. As you can see, Amazon to Amazon flips, and this is doing Europe as well. So like this product here, you could be buying it £15, sorry, with delivery, and then selling that product for £29.95. It's £4 profit, but you'd have to just be wary of, obviously, with razors, you'd okay. You seem to get a lot of returns on razors for some reason. But razors, because they go in the bathroom, they are allowed a 2-pin plug. Where do you get your pings from, Niam, for A2A? Let me know. You've created your own bot, haven't you? What's your favourite Amazon to Amazon UK or Amazon to Amazon Europe? I would argue mine's Europe. But I think we've got to also understand that. I think is it next year or the year after where they're removing the import duty, the limit. So there will be no, if you're importing products from Europe, there won't be no minimum £135 anymore. That's it. I can make my own and sell to groups, but business A to A. Is it just business then? Or is it A to A UK? Or is that the answer? You got all three. Yeah, you could get business A to A on here. If you look on the Discord, which I don't have on, 1 second, I could get Discord up. Let's get Discord up for you guys. So if you was doing, you get some products here. Obviously, I've set this up so I've got UK A2A. I've then gone Amazon Germany, France, Spain, Italy, and then I've done other filters. So you can see here we've got Amazon to Amazon, that's 10 sales a month. We've got UK 50 sales a month, and then we've got like a high profit. So some of these ones here, these are just A2A search coming from Profit Path. I've also got Arbisource. So if you're on here, you've got the business pricing. So you can then have a look what the business price is. Sometimes with Amazon to Amazon UK, Amazon business is a lot cheaper. So just be a little bit wary of that, or be aware of that. Niall, was you in the call yet last week when we were talking about Pokemon cards? Has any Pokemon cards been dropped? Was you in the when we was talking about Pokemon? Are you doing Pokemon? I got my binder out last week. I have got a pack here. I was going to rip it on stream. Got a little pack of Perfect Order. I can rip it on stream if you want. I don't know what it is. Well, I don't know what the main hit is. It's what's the main hit on it? Perfect Order hit cards. They've got the special illustration Meowth, Mega Zygarde, which is gold, the Mega Zygarde EX special illustration rare, Mega Clefable, which I haven't got that one. I want that one because I've got the Clefairies, Rose's Encouragement, Mega Starmie. We've got this one, Gisanti. We've got two of these Clefairies, Meowth EX, Pokepad. I could rip it. You want me to rip it? Right. I'm going to just do that so you are a little bit smaller. But you opened a few a while ago. Right, so this is the Perfect Order. We'll rip this and ship it. My hands are sweaty as hell. Ah, come on. Right. Watch it be a god pack now. That'll be good. Right. No, it's not a god pack. No, I can't see who we've got. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm also on YouTube as well, so I don't want to leave them out. So who is it? A Snivy. We got Score Pup. Whoa. It's saying that I'm live. Oh, look. Say I'm not engaging with the live. Scorpio Uppy. We've got a Seal. Original 151. There we go. A Shinx. Look at that little cutie pie. Shinx, guys. Is that Judge? Yeah, that's Judge. We've got... Who's that? Turtonator. We've got the Jacinth. Yeah, Jacinth. Not illustration, though. Just a normal. We've got the Reverse Hollow Seal. We've got this one. Pokemon Catcher. I don't... Next one's a pull in it. Next one's the... I can't even see it. A Superior. That was a load of twaddle, wasn't it? Dud, man. Dud. We'll have to do Pokemon Pack of the Week. We've got some nice cards, but there we go. Pokemon Pack of the Week. Whew. Sorry, guys. Whoever's watching on YouTube's just been watching the Discord. What's on here? Ricky's been live. Here we go. So we was talking about Arbisource, weren't we? I'll go back to talking about Arbisource. So if you were to do in Arbisource, you can go through the scans as well. So as well as going over the vault and checking out the OA online retailers, you could actually also do a scan so you get a more up-to-date version of the profitable products. If you've got like any custom links where you've got a discount code, you can put that in there, and that will, you could access like these bit where you could actually put the discount code in. So for example, if you had a certain link on Argos, for example, where it was 3 for 2, you could put a 33% discount off on this custom link and put that link in there, and it would go through that retailer's link, and then it'll take 33% off all them products, see if it's profitable. You could also do category searches, so you create a search to look for products in a certain category. So if you're gated in garden or jewelry, shoes and bags or anything like that, I've just picked a load of rubbish ones there, didn't I? Garden is okay. Then I just went downhill. Jewelry and shoes and bags. Bags are okay. Bags are okay, but you won't want to be doing a lot of looking in bags. So you can be searching by category as well. Wholesaler. So if you've got wholesale sheet, you could put that in. If you haven't got this, you can also use a wholesale sheet on Keeper, looking through it through Product Viewer instead of going through all these products individually for a number of times, number of days. You can make it a lot quicker. You've also got reverse search, which is one of the best things, one of the best features, I think, because what you could do is use Keeper, use your filters, find the products you want to look for, grab a list and put it in here, and it's going to find your retailers for you. You could also do that with certain storefronts, put a storefront in there and check them, see what they're actually selling. You have got, if you have got Seller Toolkit, that actually comes up here in a box, and you can actually do scans on your own products as well. And then you've got custom scans. So custom scans are really powerful. So if you've never used a custom scan before, you could go to like Tooldem. And why I picked Tooldem is because this online retailer is not on the vault, but you could then pick up a link. So let's see if there's a clearance somewhere. Offers. Clearance, wholesale clearance. And then you create a custom search, a custom scan. So you press this button here. You need to configure the site. So you go to product title. You start going through product there, the price. We've also got second product, which I recommend doing the last one of the second row. Pig Nation. So where does it load the next product? So you press next. If you've got any brand names, it's always worth adding these additional fields just in case. So you can see here brand name. We've got one here, which is Everbuild. We haven't got any numbers on here. If it's in stock, usually it will say add to basket, so we confirm that. If it was out of stock, we haven't got anything on that one either as well. So then what you do is you continue. This is asking if the prices are including VAT. You just do a double check, so you can put that across the bottom. You just double check 1919, 320, 354, 321. You can check them all. I wouldn't go too deep into it, to be honest. But then you can obviously start that, continue that search, and then you scrape with the extension or with Arbisource. Sometimes with the scrape with Arbisource doesn't work fully, so then you go to the extension. It will actually scan it with the extension. So that's how you would do a custom scan using Arbisource. It's a really powerful way of doing it, and the good thing is if you're finding a online retailer which is not really known to many people, you could set that scan up and you could be then just buying them products consistently. So I think it's quite good. I don't know if that was some thunder. Don't know if that was some thunder. Is anyone using Arbisource already? Yes, no, maybe. Yes, no, maybe. GGG, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are we? Haven't seen you in the live for a couple of weeks. Bum, 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 bum. See, like I said, it does say test failed sometimes, but then you scrape it with the extension. If you've got any discounts, you can put that on there. If you've got price overrides, you can do that as well. Start the scrape, and then it'll go through the website and it'll scrape, and as you can see, this is how it would actually work. While this is loading up there, I'm just going to go be right back, go get a drink, because I'm thirsty and it's really hot weather, so just bear with me for 5 minutes. Oh, there we go. I'm back. Oh, how is everyone? Yeah, so what I'm thinking about doing next week potentially is, because it's coming up to summer, and I might be running these lives a little bit shorter. So they will still be recorded and uploaded to the YouTube. But I'm going to probably consider just doing an hour. Like it's a bit warm. It's a bit warm. So you can imagine it's quite stressful. So once you've completed your scan, you'll send that into Arbisource. So we've done that. Continue scraping or whatever. It's not going to show us on this one because my custom scan is linked to my own account, which my VA was utilizing. Let me have a look, see if I can bring the results up. See what is been doing on it. So 1 second, and I'll show you what results we've got from that. The custom scan method, it's okay. We've got to just be quite... we've got to understand that some of these businesses may not bring many results back. Scans. Right. Looking fresh. Yes, I am, mate. I am. How are you, Moz? Mog? Been out, don't I? I had my hair cut and wear me shit. It's so I could unbutton it a little bit. Gosh, it's been so hot today, hasn't it? These last few days. So we looked at Toolden on that custom scan, and we've obviously received no results back. You can see that we've got no results there. We have got, like, my VA's been doing quite a few different searches. As you can see, you get a number of results back. I'm not going to press these because I'm not 100% sure which ones is submitted to myself. So, just so you know. But you can be doing bulk uploads. So he's been putting that 7,350 in ASINs in, and he's retrieved that 25 possible profitable products. Sometimes it will come back at 380. Got 591. You can do this with storefronts as well. So if you was wanting to reverse source with reverse scan with Arbisource on storefronts, I'm going to turn that off now. I should have just moved it. So with your reverse scans here as well, you have got a limit of 5 storefronts there, but you can actually do more than that. So if you was doing like storefront stalking, for instance, where's my Amazon gone? There we go. Let's just get this up. So if you was looking for, I don't know why this brand's come up, but we've got 9 sellers on it. So if you was looking, you can actually go on to Arbisource, or you go down here to Keeper. You go to data, look at the offers. You could then, when it loads up, you could be looking at who's actually selling the products. So you wouldn't want to buy this product anyway because the actual brand's on the listing. That's just risking IPs. They could kick you off at any moment. Looks like they've been on for quite a while. These people have risked it, really. I wouldn't like to be in their situation. So if you know any of these people, I'd recommend probably telling them to sell out and don't restock it. Or approach the brand and ask for a letter of authorization. But if they're already selling on Amazon, there's no chance they're going to give you that one. But what we want to do is go here. So you can now look at the seller on Keeper. You go to storefront and you could export all of his products. So you get that ASIN. That'll come onto a Google Sheet. Then you'll copy and put that in to Arbisource and look for your retailer that way. Whew. Biohacks, how have you been, mate? Thank you for appreciating my my freshness. I'm surprised Mansfield guy's not been in here for a while. Is there any more questions on this as well about what I've just showed you? Trying to look at a storefront on Keeper and exporting the data. If you've got any questions, let me know now before we move on. I do appreciate everybody jumping in the live. If you are enjoying the live as well, you can tap the screen and it gives me a like. I've got no likes so far, so I don't think that the live's going too successful. So if you've got a spare bit of finger blasting in there, tap away. Right. What else shall we talk about? So, also on Arbisource, we've got the replenishables. So you can make a list of your replenishable stock. That could then look into other retailers, try to find the replenishable products, and then that is going to give you the consistent stream of replens. Especially if you find a really good one, you need to be putting it onto the, making sure that Arbisource is sourcing a new source store for you, because you don't want to sell out on a product which is consistently selling for you. So that is definitely one way to utilize. You have also got the price drops. So here you can see, I hate Quagita. Hey, thank you for the likes, John. Thank you for the likes. It's weird how it's going up in 15 increments. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We've got likes. 116. Whoop whoop. Thank God. Yeah, I appreciate it. If you've got Quigita, I personally wouldn't recommend purchasing from Quigita, because if you purchase from Quigita, there's a lot of issues with supply chain. It's not necessarily the best place, and you don't want to be worrying about invoices being accepted or not. So I would always recommend avoiding it. It is a marketplace wholesaler, so it works as a bit of a broker. So they go to different wholesalers, say we've got so many clients, can we take a cut of the margin? So that means you're already probably third or fourth person down the line before you're trying to sell them products, which most of the products are from Europe, so it's not necessarily too much of a big issue, but it can be one for getting invoices. A lot of invoices have been declined. I know a few people do use it. Niam used to use it, and then he didn't use it. So I don't know where Niam's stance is on this, if he's still in here. But I've always recommended people to, especially my audience, to not go to Kugita. I've had plenty of people use them and then come to me saying, I used them, I didn't listen to you, help me out. And it's like, there's not really much I could do if you've got a section 3. So you've got to be very careful who you purchase your products for. Always do your research in the supplier. I recommend trying to make sure that their website has definitely got a company registration number on there. I look for physical stores. I also do... What other checks do I? Check company's house, making sure that that ID is legit. You could check... What did we do? Obviously, you've got the check Trustpilot. You could check ChatGPT. You could also check like the HTTPS up there as well, but that's only like a minor one. You could ask ChatGPT how legitimate is this store, and they could do a bit of a background check. I've got my own little ChatGPT bot which I use. I put it like the web link in there. If I find any information of like the company identification number, I'll put that on and say, is this a legitimate company? And it does give you the like answer back. It can look through Trustpilot for you, can look up like total names, it looks up all sorts. And that could give you a bit of awareness if a supplier is legitimate or not. Like I said, I would always be cautious and do them checks as well as ask ChatGPT. But we have got this price drops, so you can see here we've got different ones. Get a price drop, buy 2 get 1 free on Cheerios. We've got other ones. Sports Direct's dropped the price of these. Dr. Scholl, which Dr. Scholl, I think last year it was, they actually started sending letters out offering, not offering, there was threatening IP strikes or whatever and legal action. So just be probably a little bit, tread carefully with Dr. Scholl if you get it. If you get it, do you get it? Tread carefully. Dr. Scholl, foot stuff, inner souls. You've also got, not just on the price drops, but price drops you can also filter, I believe. So you could say unmatched or matched. It's worth looking at these ones as well, because sometimes the unmatched does actually give you a price drop. So you can see here we've got a saving of 42%. It might give you a price drop, and you might be able to look at the EAN number or like the product code. Is this going to come up on Amazon? No, it's not. What's the come up on there? Well, that didn't do anything. Didn't come up with well, that's the that was useless. Bloody useless. That's just told us the price drop though, isn't it? It's not matched with anything. It's worth looking at these though, because sometimes these price matches can give you a bit of an inside knowledge. Like you can see here, it looks like 47 minutes ago, Power Tool made a load of reductions. So to be the first one in there, we should really be going through these now, trying to find a product match for it. You've also got Power Tool we could check the matched ones 47 minutes ago. No matches here 1 hour ago. So no, it wasn't. Check restrictions. We will check restrictions 33 minutes, max time. I've never done this before, so I don't know what it's going to do. That's the first time I've seen it, but I've never done it. Oh, so there's nothing matching your filters. Brilliant. We've got Amazon to Amazon drops as well. Like I said, you could be buying this product here for £15.43 plus postage, selling it for £29.95, making that £7 profit. Roughly £7 profit if you sell it at that 30-day average. But usually it's around £4.50 profit. So 200 sales a month, so it's a bit of a good one. Be worth having a look at potentially. It is an electrical product as well, which you would consider is a bit dangerous because you're buying it from Europe. But because this goes into a bathroom, you should be okay with that 2-pin plug. You've got to just be wary. I did mention it a little bit earlier that if you was doing like face razors, body razors, you can get quite a few returns, and some of them returns are nasty. So just be aware of that. Elf, I would avoid Elf. There's so many people getting IPs from Elf, so avoid that. So it's only because on some listings they're actually on the listing, some listings they're not. So what I always say to people is if you see a brand on Amazon, so like Doe Egberts, what's another one? Doe Egberts, Elf, Australian Gold, baby, Australian Gold. Like, avoid all these type of brands because these brands are the ones which will kick you off and give you an IP. We've got these Walker's Crisp, price drop down to $13.88. Obviously, you could buy that. That looks like a UK one. It's gone up in price now. When you are looking, I would always consider, like, we got a ping for the smoky bacon crisps. What I would always consider is looking at the variations as well. If you look at the variations, this means that you could then go and potentially find one which hasn't been pinged, but you'll be able to get another actual product. Well, this one doesn't look as steady. It looks like it's been at this lower price for quite a while, so this wouldn't be a purchase. you'll be then just focusing on the actual one, which has gone down in price. We have got alerts. Gosh, I'm so tired. It's the heat. Like I said, I am considering, while it's the summer holidays, possibly reducing the lives to just an hour. I do want to get also a keeper course rolled out over summer as well. So if you want to get involved with the keeper course, there's a link in my bio. It's just a quick name and email. And then once I've decided on dates, price, what we're going to cover, I'll send that out to you straight away. And you'll be the first to know. And if you are on that list, I will be throwing a exclusive discount on that list. So make sure you check that out. But yeah, I think probably starting from next week, we'll just probably start at 8 till 9 or something. Let it cool down a little bit. And I'm not going to be yawning my head off because I'm absolutely knackered. But yeah. With alerts on Arbisource, you could create price alerts. So you could put an ace in here. Where's the pack of crisps? There we go. We've got these pack of crisps, which we're going to create an alert for. So you put that in, continue. You could be doing it on, if you're linked to Discord, on the Arbisource Discord, you could actually send them alerts to your Discord. So you'll get pings through if you have your notifications on. Instant ping. You could also get all retailers, so you could be looking if the price alert or if it's a stock alert, and you get a notification there as well. It's very good. The only downside is it's individual, so you've got to do it manually, one by one. Oh my god. I'm sorry for the yawning, guys. We've got coupons here as well. So this is giving us coupons, and this is better than doing the newsletter sourcing, because these newsletters are sent to Arbisource instead of you, and you've got the past 48 hours. So you can see here we're getting offers sent to us every single time. All these different offers. You've got coupon codes, we've got different things, app 10, all this good stuff, and that is being sent to you, sent to Arbisource instead. But that might give you a bit of an opportunity, an open window, if you think about it. If we go, it's National Barbecue Week here, we're going to get app 20. We could then go scan that promotion. We could put it in if we wanted to. We can also look at coupons. You can look at the promotion itself. So there you go. And also you might want to be considering looking at these products, because you're still going to get branded products. We've got like Ninja here. And you'll be able to then use that discount code which Arbisources gave you. I would recommend always doing a quick use of always use your Cooper, because sometimes that finds better deals and it's worth just doing that additional extra check. But yeah, I would recommend having a look at this, and like here we get bank holiday savings, get 22% off plus up to 40%, ends midnight. So you'd be like doing that before the end of today. Having a source through Holland and Barrett, I know it gets ridiculously tanked, but sometimes people may miss this offer. So you might be more competitively priced compared to others. So coupons is really good. You've got recommended services as well. So obviously SAS, Seller Toolkit, and then there's FBA Moguls community. But yeah, that is Arbisource for you. What did you think to that, guys? What did you think to that? We've gone over quite a lot. We've gone over different sourcing methods, different cashback sites. We've gone over. I'll leave that up. There's the keep it interest form. If you are interested in joining the keep it interest form, like I say, it's just a simple name, email, and then subscribe. Oh, dearie me. Who's been enjoying the warm weather? Oh, I've got a fan. I've got the most girly fan going. But it's great. It's great. It's doing what it needs to be doing. Keeping me a little bit cool. Rach got it from TikTok, so I'm utilizing that. I still need to do a video for YouTube for this Thursday. I haven't done one yet. I need to do one for this Thursday. I do a video every week and release it Thursday at 8 p.m. on the YT. I just haven't had time to do one yet, so I need to do one. If you've got any suggestions at all, if there's anything which you think I should improve on as well, because my views are all going down. But I have had last week I've been trying to catch up with my Amazon business. But let me know if there's anything you want to see, and I could implement that into the video potentially. Because it all helps, doesn't it? If I could do a video for you, and you could, if you need me to do something particular, obviously you're not the only person who's going to be asking for that video. So if you've got any ideas, let me know, and I could go through that. I don't mind doing that. We're cursed. Right. I think because it's been very quiet all night, I might, and it's absolutely sweltering. I need to rip my top off like the Hulk I am, Hulk of a guy I am. If you, shall we do more keeper or something? If you want to, you can book a 15-minute free call. No sale. It's just a case of if you've got a problem, like if you was wanting to get started, I give you a guide of how to go through that, what steps you need. If you was looking at utilizing SellRamp and you're struggling a little bit with advanced search, I could spare 15 minutes time to help you. You just have to book a call. If there's anything else you're looking for, I have got free products. I have got paid products in the link in my bio. If you want, you could always buy me a beer. I've had a few people donate a few pints to me just to say thank you for the Tuesday night streams. This is week 95. So let's lock that 95-week streak today. So yeah, we've got quite a bit. I wonder. Oh, Mr. Bioaxe, what you up to, mate? Are you just sending likes now, or is it just what John sent? What's that? Deeper still. All right, the candlelight I find inside. Fundamental movie. Taking original tech. Do we activate that? Sorry, sorry, 1 second, guys. I'm just messing around. Oh, strange. It always gives me these flare things, which makes you go out to more viewers on TikTok, but never lets you claim them. Fantastic, isn't it? Bloody fantastic. All it says is, oh, there's too many live creators using flares. Oh, you can't use a flare. Oh, I feel so sorry. Oh, dear me. Enough of that rubbish. Shall I do something cheeky? Shall I do something cheeky? So if you're on the YouTube, I'm going to go and drop something a little bit cheeky for you. Have a look at something. Right. So, if you're on YouTube, this is what I did last year for the Keeper course. So as you can see here, we've got lessons. It was 6 live lessons, 1 hour plus each week. I think one lessons went on for like an hour and 40 minutes maybe. But we had a lot of information to cover, and that's what you've got to do. If you're buying a course, you want to have it absolutely ram-packed solid with information. So, and there's a lot of things in here which people was mind blown about, and even just the first lesson. And all we was doing was an introduction to the course. We went over the Keeper website, and I pointed out some hidden golden nuggets on there, which people was able to go ahead, get, utilize, and it was really good. The whole course was. We have customizing Keeper for efficiency, making sure that you was setting your Keeper up efficiently, making sure that you understood what different things was. Obviously, this course was aimed for like any level, so you had a bit where you've got to understand that there's going to be beginners, but because it's recorded, we could still go over that slightly more advanced stuff, and we definitely did. There was a lot of minds blown. So with the customizing for efficiency, obviously how to set up Keeper, what to look for. There was some additional things on there which a lot of people's never seen before, and that's what you've got to consider. A lot of things which we spoke about, people don't realize that that's actually built into Keeper. So we put a lot of effort into that. Well, we put a lot of effort, meaning me and the participants, to make sure that everything was running smoothly, everyone got sorted with the right information. We've got, is this a good buy? So we was talking about analysing the products. how you would spot certain things for certain different products. It's not just a one size fits all. Each product you've got to go to, you're going to consider, is it not, is it got a confirmed sales, is it a variation, is there multiple factors on these listings, and why do we look into them, what do we analyze, what do we avoid, and then like some telltale signs of what is telling us one thing but it actually means something else. So you've got to understand, is it a good buy or not, because there's some good products in there which I showed and people definitely wanted to purchase them, but until I told them about why I wouldn't purchase them, it's that really opened their eyes up, and that's why I think that's a really good lesson to have. Finding the needle in the haystack. So this was focused purely on Keeper Product Finder, talking about the different filters, how we could utilize them, what each one did, why would we use certain ones in certain ways, and we spoke about that in depth. So the whole lesson was just talking about creating a filter. I went through some of my favorite filters on Keeper Product Finder, why I use them, understanding this is the best way to use them. I think there was a few like little filters which could throw in to your own business in the whole course, but we also had this one, X marks the spot. So that was like thinking of our advantage. Why would we want to source a certain type of product? We built filters around them products. So I think we like looked at targeting sellers where our FBA is an advantage. So we did that X marks the spot lesson. That was a really good one. I enjoyed that. And then the last one was the A2A reach the untouched, which we spoke about my A2A filters, which I use in my business. Though everyone says the last three lessons was the best, but if you look at the list of the lessons, you could understand why those three was the best. But a lot of people enjoyed all of them. The A2A, that blew a lot of people's minds on how I do Amazon to Amazon. Not many people's willing to share how they do Amazon to Amazon, and this course was, I promised people that I'm going to undercharge and over deliver, and everyone says that I should have been charging 2 to 3 times more than what I did for that course. So I was happy. They was definitely happy. Because they took in the course, they actually went through and got the tips and tricks. So 3 efficient tips for Celeramp SaaS, how to use the Keeper Helper, the Mad Scientist Power Play. They call me the Mad Scientist because I like using my Keeper strategies in my business, looking outside the box and thinking of ways how we could utilize certain things. So the Mad Scientist Power Play, that was a great way to move forward with that. And then we had the free downloadables, the Keeper Workbook, the Keeper Help Sheet, which is something nobody else has ever seen before. And then the Power Play sheet, and all these built in with the actual course just helped so many people. It was fantastic. So I'm really proud of it. So I've gone through it. If you was a participant of the Keeper course and you was part of the navigators, let me know, because then I could sort you out. So that's all good. Any questions, guys? Any questions? We are going to go in 10 minutes. Shall I make... Shall we... if you're on the YouTube, I'll show you the workbook which we got. So this is a workbook which I created. Quite proud of it, but we got myself obviously in front of the keeper graph. Went over a little bit about myself. Gone over the keep course, so what they're going to need, what I ask from you, and then we go over the different things. So then we've got what you're going to learn. So understand what keeper is, why it is essential, explore the main feature of the keeper website, learn what tools are often reused, underused, and why they matter. Be ready to go deeper into sorting strategies in the coming weeks. So you can see what we went over, a few little notes for people. We've got a bit of a lesson note so people could actually check that out. We got a bit of homework as well for people to try and go through, because it's all right me just standing here and talking for an hour, 2 hours, but if I just speak to you, you're not acting. It's like I could say to you now, book a 15-minute free call. None of you are going to do it. So I could give you all the different sourcing methods which I want to. You're not going to start using them because this is free advice. That's why you want to pay, and that's why you want to be pushed a little bit to do a little bit more work. So that's why I put people on homework. So just a little bit of it was a little bit daft. Pick 3 tools on Keeper, Deals Page, Product Viewer, Category Tree. Explore them. Take two or three screenshots. Something interesting to you, you learned or didn't expect. Take it further. Find a product on Amazon and open it. Keeper. Practice reading the default chart. Try to explain one thing that's shown to you. So then you had the obviously space to fill that out. Next week was the customizing Keeper for efficiency. By the end of this lesson, you'd understand why Keeper specific Keeper settings are configured, reduce anxiety caused by cluttered charts, data overload, learn how to create a clean view and support fast decisions, explore Keeper product viewer and use filter system to speed up sourcing. We spoke about lots of different things in that one. Went over it, bit more homework. Lesson objective for week 3. By the end of this lesson, you'll learn how to read keeper charts with clarity, identify signs of good versus bad products, red flags for IP claims and private label listings, what to do when there's no monthly sales data, how to properly analyze product variations. Like I say, a lot of people do struggle with variations, especially at the beginning of the list, at the beginning of their journey. Week 4, by the end of this lesson, you will learn how to confidently navigate the 100+ filters in Product Finder. Understand how to use filters to shape your own sourcing strategy. Identify what story the data is telling you about a product, which I think a lot of people don't realize that each listing is telling you a story. By the end of this lesson, this week 5, by the end of this lesson, you will understand what filters are needed to find our product, understand our advantage as an Amazon FBA seller, understand how we can use filters to home in on listings we want taken advantage of. And then the final one was the Amazon to Amazon. By the end of this lesson, you will understand how the deals page can show you price drop, but it's not the best. Learn my personal A2A filters, which I use in my Amazon to Amazon business. Discover how to set up price drop monitors for you to start to automate some sourcing. So we went through all that, and that was the Keeper workbook, which everyone got their own copy of. But I thought I'll be a little bit cheeky, show that to you. I don't think that's been shown before. Oh, dearie me. Here's Mr. David Burbridge. Kids in bed, mate. Kids in bed, mate. Has he swiped past me? Yes. Good lad. Good lad. I bet they've been struggling with the heat, haven't they? Going to sleep. Alright, I'm gonna just... Whoa, look at me go. Hey. Hey there. Yeah, I am quite sweaty, as you can tell from my forehead. It's a bit wet. You can't really tell on TikTok, I don't think. What am I drinking tonight? Stella. I've had one while I'm been streaming. I have blonde hobgoblin. Ooh. I like the... Is that the gold? Hobgoblin gold? I do like that one. We had a barbecue on Saturday and drank a bit then. Oh, right. I'm going to just end the stream on YouTube. And then if you're interested in joining us on TikTok, come and join us on TikTok. But please feel free on hitting that like button and that subscribe button. And I'll catch you next week. I'm going to start doing it, like I said, probably 8 o'clock till 9 o'clock, just while it's summer. And while I'm preparing this keeper course, because a lot of people have signed up on that registration form and I want to get it launched as soon as possible, not to upset anybody. So come and join us on the TikTok. But I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you next week. Cheers. There we go. I'm back on you guys. I'm back on you guys.